students from Drury's Advanced Human Physiology recently made their way to Incredible Pizza for an afternoon class on the go-kart track. The only catch was they had to wear these goggles that mimic when you've had one too many after a night out.
The drunk goggles kind of simulate the sensory deprivation that you get when you are inebriated. Especially when you had the higher levels on, there were no peripheral vision. There was no way to kind of see what was coming, and so, especially when you're driving, the other cars would just come out of nowhere, and it was very disorienting.
So disorienting that sometimes stuff like this happens.
I spun around at least once, my goggles flew off my face, and it was a pretty good wreck.
I'm really nervous.
The activity, while funny to look at, teaches students not only about the hazards of drunk driving, but also a number of things about the human body's senses.
What this exercise demonstrates is we get some of our cues for our sense of perception of where we are, both from our visual fields and what we're seeing, as well as from what are called kinesthetic joint receptors, which tell you about the angle of your body and where you currently are in space.
What that means in English is when you put these things on, things get a little fuzzy.
A little bit nauseous, my friend.
It's a really hard feeling to explain. When you had the goggles on, you thought you were one place, but then when you took them off, you were actually like a few spaces to the left or right.
We were trying to like high-five each other, and everyone kept missing because we just could not figure out where our surroundings were.
It's a lesson Dr. Phil Stepp teaches because it's one with real-world implications and one that hits home.
Most people aren't going to walk a line in their life. Most people aren't, or tightrope walk. Most people aren't going to play catch when they're drunk. Some of them might try to drive.
You have no idea what's going on, and this is just on a closed track. If you're actually in a car, it would be completely different, and yeah, it was an eye-opener for sure.
And also, sometimes it's just nice for the students to get out and see something else besides beakers and chemical equations.
They definitely want you to get out and, learn on the fly, but also learn and apply it in the real world, and that's one thing that I really like about Drury.